Hello, hello, hello! Today's video is going to be a back to school video. A little bit of context, I go back to school in 1 week from today, and I am going to be going back for one last semester of college before I graduate with a bachelor's. So, I've had a really hard time getting into the school mindset, especially because since I've been married, I haven't been moving back into dorms, which I normally would do around this time, and that would always help me kind of get back into the school spirit. But I haven't moved, and I also only have 4 months of school left, so it's hard to really take it seriously, to be honest. And so I'm just hoping to make this video, and hopefully it'll help me get into a better school spirit, hopefully it will help me be able to get into a better school attitude and actually start processing that school is starting soon and I need to be in that mindset. So for today's agenda, first things first, I want to clean out my backpack. It has been sitting here untouched by my desk for about 4 months, and I'm going to be completely honest with what's in it. But I just wanted to clean out my backpack, and I wanted to go to Costco to get some school snacks and make like a little school bin to have all the snacks in, which I thought would be fun. And yeah, you can just come along with me and let's start with my backpack. Okay, this is my school backpack. I've had it since senior year of high school, so it's going on 5 years now, which is actually crazy. To start, in the pocket, I have some spray hand sanitizer. That's nice. I don't think I'd ever used it because I think I got gifted it on the last day of school. On this side pocket, I have a random note card. In the front, I have a wallet with a Swig gift card, except I think that the Swig gift card's probably expired. I mean, not expired, but used out. I have a bunch of loose pens and pencils. These all need to go back in a case somewhere. Once final week hits, that last semester of school, my backpack would kind of just turn into a disaster. Some hand lotion, my mini Vaseline. Did not go anywhere without this thing. This one was amazing. Highly recommend if you love Vaseline to get the mini one. Oh, a wrapper, a sucker, and fruities. Awesome, okay. That's not too bad. So that's the front pouch and the side pouches. Let's do the main pouch now. Alright, I actually feel like there's dust flying up when I'm moving my backpacks. I don't love that. First things first, my planner. I have a love-hate relationship with planners at this point because I love having a physical planner to write stuff down, and I very much am a physical person. I like writing things down, but the problem is that all my assignments are on Canva, and I used to write in all the due dates and go by the physical planner, but I feel like my teachers are always switching Canva due dates around now. Like, the longer I've been in school, the more lenient they get with things, or they push things back. So I haven't really been using my planner that much for things because then I have to scribble out and rewrite stuff. This is my giant case of pens and pencils. I don't know why I pack this every single year because I stick to the same. I like these mechanical pencils, and then I stick to like the same 2 pens that I like. But look at that. It's all pens and pencils. Like, they're untouched. I also have markers in here, and I have not used markers in years. If I want something to be colored, I use a highlighter. So maybe I'll just get rid of those ones. I know what you're thinking. She's a bad bee. And that's the truth. This is my TI-84 Plus calculator from high school. And this is my everyday calculator, and yes, it is pink and purple. And it honestly is probably my favorite thing in my backpack. And I will probably be buried with this. That's how much I like it. But this will definitely stay because I use that all the time. I have a random pair of earbuds that plug into my phone for emergencies, but I always just use my AirPods. But I'll probably still keep them in my backpack because, I don't know, I just always pack them with me, but then I always forget that they're even there. Next up, we have some notebooks. I need to go through and see which ones, like what's been written in them, which ones are salvageable, that kind of thing. Lastly, some dry erase markers. I don't love these ones, to be honest. I like the bigger ones better. These ones, I feel like they run out of color so fast, and I just don't like that. Let's see. Okay, a pair of earmuffs. Cute. And they're covered in pencil shavings on this side. Gross. That is so gross. See, that's interesting because I definitely remember wearing those to classes quite a few times in the winter when I had to walk there. But I apparently kept them in my backpack until May when I got out. Last things last. Here we go. We have I love a good note card. These things help me study better than anything else I've ever found, to be honest. A hair tie that broke. So I don't know why I didn't just throw it away, and a granola bar wrapper. And that is my backpack. As you can see, it's now emptied out, ready to put things in for this semester. And I feel like I always start every school semester with like my backpack's very organized, everything is in its place, and then just slowly throughout as the months go by, then it will be less and less organized, and you'll have granola bar wrappers, and what can you do? So now I just want to do a cute little time lapse of me organizing, sorting, and picking through what I want to put in my backpack for this semester. Okay, I'm back. It did not take me very long to clean out my backpack at all. It honestly wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, so maybe I did go through it earlier this year at some point. But I just wanted to share with you guys what I will be packing in my backpack for this semester. And let's just say I've downsized a ton since I've started going to school. First things first, like I had said before, I want to bring my calculator. So that's going to be going in here. As well as my planner. I know I said that I don't use as much as I'd like, but I still like having the option of having one, and I like writing events and really big due dates in it. Next up, from the wallet that I had earlier, I just put in my student ID and a debit card just in case. I don't really spend money at school, whatever, but just in case I need to buy a ticket for something, I have a debit card in here. Next, the note cards that we all saw that I loved. I have so many different colors. Here's a life hack for you. I cut mine in half to get better use out of them because I hate just wasting paper for them, but it's just my favorite way to study. So that'll go in there. Next up, you know that pencil case that I had that had so many pencils? Right now it only has the highlighters that I have, has probably about 8 of these mechanical pencils. Most of them are already used, to be honest. And then I just threw in a red pen and a blue pen. So that's all I kept in this one. There's about, I don't know, there's not very much stuff in it at all because I did not touch a single one of the markers I'd put in there last year. Next up, notebooks. So this is the one I ended up saving from last semester. The other ones I still have and I'll still use. They're just going to be kept in my desk drawers. But I'm going to be using this one. And then yesterday I went and picked up this one. So I'm really excited. I like this one better than the other one because it's college ruled. And I like college ruled way better. But I also just want to use the stuff that I already have. And the last notebook that I'm adding, this one isn't really necessarily a school notebook per se. But I got this one at TJ Maxx for maybe $2, and this is my podcast and YouTube notebook. So I'll write down lots of ideas in there, or if I have scripts that I'm going to say. This is just supposed to help with getting all those ideas out and having them in the same location in this notebook. So that's really exciting. Let me put those in. Next, we have this. It is a little pill holder, so I'll give you a little tour of it. I have Tums. I have my migraine medicine it's like prescription medication, so I always have it on me. I just have some pain reliever, and I have melatonin in here because I also take it with me whenever I go home to my parents or anything, but I will not. Why would I be using that at school? So that's going to go in the front as well. And then there's this last bag that I'm packing, and this is kind of my, not survival kit because it's really not that deep, but it's just anything that's not school-wise I like to put in here. So I have gum. Again, these headphones, I don't know why I carry them around with me. Because I don't know. But I just refuse to take them out. Because I keep thinking that I'm going to need them at some point. But I carried them all last year and never reached for them, so I don't know. Then we just have a scrunchie and a hair clip. Self-explanatory. We have my little Vaseline. We have a lotion. And then the last thing that I added, just barely, I got this yesterday. It's another lip thing. But this will make it nice so that I don't have to put my finger in the Vaseline, because then I have Vaseline on my finger. So this is just, it's a nourishing lip balm and it's from ITK. So again, just to reiterate, in this little pouch that I have, it will be chapsticks, lotion, some hair products, headphones, and gum. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that I keep in my backpack at all times. Obviously, I will be adding in my computer to this backpack, but since I'll still be using it for editing and podcasting and work before school, I don't really want to put it in my backpack right now. Otherwise, this is pretty much everything that I keep in my backpack. I keep my backpack very simple. You can kind of see. I just have notebooks. I'll put my laptop in the sleeve back here. Then in the front, I put little pouches. Here's my note cards. And then in the front, I just have my medicine and the wallet. So very simple. I didn't really buy anything new this year. I didn't even have to buy that new notebook, but I just really wanted to buy something to make myself feel like I'm going back to school. So I bought one notebook for probably $2. But it did help. It made me feel a little bit more excited. This is my last semester. I've been going to school for forever at this point. I feel like I know what I'm doing, and I'm not super scared for this last semester. I've done it so many times, but I do feel like I have a new worry about graduating, because it's going to be so strange not to have school in my life anymore. And I also do graduate in December, so it's kind of like a weird time where I'll just go to class and then be done, and I won't get to graduate or go to the graduation ceremony until May. So wish me luck for this semester. It's going to be some of my hardest classes. My schedule is pretty packed, but I'm excited. I really like school. I really like my classes. I really like learning. And yeah, the last part of this video that I wanted to do is I'm going to take you with me to Costco to get some snacks for back to school. We're going to go get some samples, get some snacks for school, and I really want to make a smoothie from there. So those are the plans. I think that's all I really want to talk about with back to school. But yeah, maybe I'll do like a little Q&A with some quick questions. You know what? Let's do it. Okay, rapid fire back to school Q&A. What is my degree in? Marketing. Do you feel like you have senioritis? Actually, no. I actually have the opposite of that, where I don't want to leave school because I get really sad, because I really, really do like school, and I just love learning. I love all my classes, and it just feels so grown up to graduate and find a big girl job. Back to school advice for the first day of school. The first thing is just be prepared. Check out your classes beforehand. That has always helped me a ton. And then having your bag packed and ready to go. I'm the cliche, will put my outfit out the night before, just so that I don't have to make any decisions the day of. And yes, I still get very nervous, especially when it's for classes that I am a little bit stressed about, just because they can be really harsh, or a lot is expected of you. It can be very intimidating those first days of class, but just stick with it. And a lot of times teachers tend to seem a lot meaner than they are, and they tend to be a lot more understanding than they put out on the first day. Tips for moving in with roommates. You don't have to become best friends with them, but anytime they leave or enter the apartment, say hi to them, ask them how their day was, ask them what they were up to. It can be as short as 30 seconds, but that just always helped me feel, I wasn't best friends with all my roommates, but I did feel like I could count on all of them and that I knew them somewhat personally. And that was always super nice, because then it just makes you feel less lonely. It feels like you have your own little family at moving out. Things to bring to college and things not to bring to college. Things to bring, I would say a mattress topper, just because all the mattresses, at least that I've slept on, have been there for a very, very long time, and I don't even want to think about what's happened on them, and it's none of my business. So I just put the mattress topper on top and then put my bedding on top so I can sleep soundly at night, knowing that I'm not laying on that. Another thing to bring, I would say, is something that gives you peace, if that makes sense. So I know one of my roommates, she had a blanket from when she was younger that she really liked. For me, something that made me feel at home and made me feel like my tiny little dorm room was my own is I had a cute little Polaroid wall. So I took all of my Polaroids of my friends and family, and I just hung them like right where I could see them. And so just try to make your place your own, and that always helps a ton. Things to not bring. I will say one thing that I did not need to bring to college the first time I went was every single pair of shoes that I owned. Every single pair that I owned I brought to college. And I had an over-the-door shoe rack, so they all fit, but at the same time, I just didn't need that many different pairs of shoes. especially because college you're walking around a ton, so a lot of shoes you won't even end up wearing. Like my sandals, I had some church sandals. I'd wear the same 2 or 3 church sandals every week, and then the other sandals never got worn. Alright, before we go to Costco, I just want to say everyone that's going back to school, you've got this. I believe in you so much. I know it can be so incredibly intimidating because there's always new firsts for everything. Whether it's you're going to college for the first time, or whether you're living in an apartment instead of a dorm for the first time, whether it's your first time moving out, or even if you've done this 100 times like me, I still am going to have completely new classes with completely new professors with completely new topics. Everything is changing, and that can be one of the scariest parts of college, but once you learn to embrace the change, I feel like college can be such a great time to figure yourself out, and really, for me, it re-sparked my interest in learning because I got to take classes on topics of things that I really cared about and liked, and I just think, just remember, you guys got this. Going back to school is hard, adjusting is hard, change is hard, but you guys got this. I believe in you. Okay, next time you see me, I better be eating some Costco samples.
Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secret start.
Okay, I'm back from Costco. Let's do a mini haul of what I just got. So, starting off, corn nuts. These are just individually packaged bags and they're all different flavors. And actually I really like corn nuts, so these will be great. Same with Cheez-Its right here. And then I have these cheddar cheese crackers. I don't know if you guys remember that from when you were younger, but I used to eat those all the time as a kid. They were really good. And then I also have, for more healthier options, I don't even know if that counts, but I just have these juice boxes. And then I have fruit strips, and they're like these different fruit freezer pops. I've never had them, but I think they'll be good. But all 3 of these, I made sure that they didn't have any added sugar, because a lot of times when I have added sugar, it gives me a sugar crash really bad. And so these are going to be good things to bring with me in order to prevent that. So I'm just going to find a spot for these in my tiny apartment. I'm excited to have these snacks for school. Hopefully they'll be able to help. A lot of them I'll be able to bring and grab to class, like these Cheez-Its, but other ones, like the fruit pops, I'll probably just eat at home when I'm studying or doing homework. So anyways, I'm just gonna close out this video. I hope you guys had a fun time watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye!